Greetings, fellow citizens of Disneyland. Brickey here. Today's adventure, we're going to take a very interesting lap around Disney's California Adventure as it's become an annexed part of downtown Disney. This is Buena Vista Street 1 week ago, and this is it today. So yeah, the effect of no food in the park and how the pandemic's building here in Southern California, it's pretty extreme and it's fallen on Disney's shoulders. Currently, Trolley Treats is the only place inside of DCA where you can buy any sort of food, and you have to take it home with you, no eating on premises. And due to that, you will see today that we have now a much smaller footprint for DCA that's available to us. And downtown Disney is just as dead as DCA. So this week's update is divided up into two different videos so I can give you the time to really see just how all of this is affecting the Disneyland Resort. But currently, this is the only place to get food, and that's the line. And due to no food being able to be sold or consumed at the Disneyland Resort, this is now the new barrier for as far as we get to go in Grizzly Peak. Now last week I shot an entire perimeter video showing you the complete outer edge of what was available for DCA. This is going to be a monthly series I'm going to do where we can compare how the park is changing each and every month. But I have put that video on pause because I find it's very fascinating, the current state of DCA and downtown Disney, and I wanted to share this with you just so you had an idea of what was going on at the resort if you were thinking about going, or if you were just curious to see what are the results of the new restrictions as applied to Disney. As you can see, this little temporary holiday pop-up is still here on the far side of Carthay Circle, but not a lot of customers shopping right now. I have a feeling Disney's going to be sitting on a lot of 2020 holiday merchandise. Now, you may have seen on YouTube last week, the big celebration was that gate opened up, giving us a courtyard of food carts. Well, I was at the park 2 days too soon to get to see that, and now the gates are closed because without being able to sell food, there's no reason to allow people in that courtyard. And you can also see this is now our new perimeter going back on Performance Corridor because those tables and chairs are unnecessary without allowing anybody to go in there to partake in their food or beverage. So just when we were all getting excited to get sneak peeks of Marvel's Avengers Campus, or thinking that possibly it could open up and take us into Pacific Wharf or maybe over to Cars Land, well, 2020 shows us, you don't deserve anything nice. And not joking around, being serious for a minute, I wanted to show you this footage as soon as I could get it edited and up to you because I don't see this version of downtown Disney making it to Christmas Day. The current restrictions last until Monday, December 27th, going over Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, over Hanukkah, over the holiday breaks for folks. I don't know how much longer Disney can justify keeping this version open. In true symbolism of 2020, here are food carts that are just selling accessories for food. Now, be it themed around the holidays and some really good looking merchandise, but this is a popcorn bucket where you can't get the popcorn. But on the bright side, you can finally get that photo of you in front of Carthay Circle without anyone else behind you. So if you are a Shutterbug or have an Instagram account where you do Disney content, now is the time to rip those pics that are a dream of a lifetime. Although, yeah, we'll only be able to see half your face. And I have to say, as nice as it is to be in an empty Disney park, it's empty for all the wrong reasons, which makes it feel very awkward. Let me explain this to you best I can. When the park used to be full and full of life, when you got there on a quiet night, it still had that energy, but you had more space to live your own Disney adventure. But now knowing that it's empty because of public health and safety and restrictions by the state, and whether you believe in those restrictions or not, it just adds a darkness to everything. These tables should be full of people having a great time. And even if you didn't get a reservation to sit at those tables, you would get a contact buzz of those good times as you strolled past on Hollywood Boulevard. So whether you believe in all of this being for purpose or for not, it doesn't matter. This is just the way that the park feels right now. And I love the Disney magic. I love the ambiance of being in the park. My favorite ride is that, a park bench. But I'm going to tell you, friends, that there was just something that didn't feel quite right visiting DCA yesterday. And after sleeping on it, I came to the conclusion there is now more that reminds you about bad times than what allows you to remember, romance, and reminisce in the good times we had here. So yeah, I always had a dream of being in the park when nobody else was there. And this is just, quite frankly, bizarre. And I did have a good time. I still enjoy coming here. This is the safest that I feel whenever I'm in public. But I'm going to have to say, it felt so good being even further now into Hollywood land. But there was just something that reminded you, this is a crazy time that we're in. And Disney just couldn't offer me the escapism that it once held. And maybe a big part of it is that I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always worked for myself. And I'm looking at this from a business perspective of how long does this make sense? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm showing up every week as long as it's open because I literally love being in here and it does make me so happy. But this is a serious problem that Disneyland is going to have to face on when is enough enough? When can they no longer justify keeping the resort open? And hey, Monsters Inc., not one of my favorite attractions. I would give anything to ride that right now. No doubt about it. It does feel great to be here, but I just have a worry and a concern about how long this can go on. And when does Disney ultimately realize that one of our core principles is that we offer customer satisfaction, unbelievable experiences, and right now we're just not capable to deliver that. But standing back in Hollywood land, this deep in, being able to look back at the Hollywood Studios backlot, being able to look down Hollywood Boulevard, I mean, it just felt so great to be in here and to be able to see all these buildings close up and really soak in what it was that Disney Imagineering did to make this feel like vintage Los Angeles. And I have to say, I saw a lot of guests in the park, all with very packed Disney bags. So the people that were there were doing some shopping. But I don't think I'm ever going to underestimate the value of food, the value of being able to have ambiance and a pastime and to be able to enjoy something inside of the Disneyland Resort is. And I'm never going to underestimate the value of you, having people in there with you, seeing other people enjoy the magic, hearing kids running around and having a good time, seeing people take photos, seeing people make memories that you know are going to last forever. There's just a contact buzz to being around you inside of this park. And yes, I sat on this bench for a good 30 minutes, but while I was sitting there having a great time, I missed you. I missed seeing people walk by. The hardest thing about the pandemic, aside from how America has been ripped apart with so many different ideas, is how far apart we are as citizens. I don't know about you, friend, but I'm not designed to be this alone. And I love bringing positivity to the channel and to Disneyland because I do love it here. And I think this is an important video because it really shows how important it is that we're all in there together. Maybe not packed in like sardines, but just the magic flows from each of us and creates a unique feeling that is simply Disneyland. And this will go down as a trip that I will always remember because being in it this empty is something that you just simply can't forget. But this will also be the day that I 100% learn the value of what it means to be a part of a Disney community. And it looks like Mickey left the windows down in the red car trolley. So I had to stick my camera in there and just remember all the fun rides that I had taken on this bad boy and all the times that I saw the big guy himself waving to us out the back end. I'm going to give you another friendly suggestion. If this is something that you want to see, I would suggest making this something that you do very quickly. I don't anticipate this being open that much longer. And hopefully I've mentally prepared you just to go in knowing that it's going to feel extremely different without the energies of others around you to inspire you, to make you laugh, to make you just feel like you're at home in Disneyland, being a part of the best little city you could ever imagine. I will be dropping a video tomorrow that will show you all the details of Downtown Disney this week, and then Friday we'll wrap up the week with that perimeter video that I've been promising you. I am giving away a spider bot to one lucky viewer of the channel this week. All you have to do is comment on any video released during December and be subscribed with notifications on. And I'm waiting to see your comment. What do you think of this version of DCA? Does the emptiness excite you, or does it kind of surprisingly creep you out like it did for me? Please subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and here's my birthday greeting.
Go ahead.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too.
Have to give a shout out to the cast members. Even though it feels different in there, they're trying their hardest to deliver that Disney magic.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Happy
I
birthday.
appreciate that. Thank you.
So friends, until the next time I can see you in a crowded DCA, I'll see you back here on the channel with more Disneyland news. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for taking this emotional lap around DCA with me. It was a different one, and I'm glad that we got to do it together. Thanks for watching. See you back here tomorrow with more Disneyland news.